Hey everyone, so tonight I'm doing a redo review on the Marvel Legends Series 6 Juggernaut. Just figured I'd redo him just because I've done him a long time ago, and again, it's just the same story as the other figures that I've done that are redoing. Just the lighting was really bad. I still do not have the base to this guy. It's basically a fence that's probably about that big. And it's just a broken down fence of Xavier's mansion. So we'll finish up his 360, and then we'll go ahead and check out the details on this guy. Alright guys, so first off, we'll just try out his one accessory. His helmet is removable, so we'll go ahead and show you guys the helmet. I think it's pretty cool, and it is kind of a more pliable plastic, but it's got really good finish on it. So it's mostly this darker brown, but then if you notice, it's got like a scuff here with this kind of like light silver paint. And then it's got some scuffing around the eye holes and like the mouth area, just from like, being through some battles. But it's kind of like a bronze paint applications on the front, like the finish or the paint has been worn off, so the finish underneath is actually showing. Then going around here, it's just more of the brown paint, but very cool looking helmet. It does have these little tabs on the tops, on the sides here. So when you put it on, it just kind of, bump the camera, it just slides underneath there. But we'll go ahead and go over the details first with him, and then I'll put the helmet back on. So it's got a really cool head sculpt. I really like this face. I know with the newer Hasbro one, we can't see the full face, but this is just really good. I like the teeth. I mean, if you look at the details in the eyes and the teeth and just all the stretching of the skin, it looks really crazy. And it's got kind of like these blue veins on his neck, but his hair is all nicely combed, but he's just got a very menacing look to him. It looks really cool, just very evil looking. But going on the neck, you can see all his muscles here, and then the paint applications around the armor piece around his neck looks really cool. It's got a bunch of, it's like more of that scuffing, but it shows more of that bronze along there, just like on the helmet. It looks really cool with all the rivets, and just looks really good. As you can see some more of that scuffing, the rivets. Just looks really cool. And he's got kind of more of that classic, suit, just like we got with the Hasbro one that built a figure, where it's just dark brown. That's kind of got like a burgundy red with the black lining on the front. And checking out these arms, that's one thing my complaint is about this figure. His arms are like big old, like almost like gorilla arms. Like his arms hang down like past his kneecap. So that's the one thing that's kind of a bother to me on him. But you can see all these veins painted on here and sculpted. It looks really crazy. And he's got more of that worn look around his armband here with more of that bronze showing. So you guys see that? It looks really cool. Same thing as on the forearm. And like on like his type of brass knuckles look. It's got some more of these nicks and scratches. Looks really cool. Same thing on this side. But they're more different. They're not painted the same way, so you can kind of see they got different scratch marks and different dents. And then on the belt here, he's got some scuffing and some, on the belt buckle. Looks really cool. Just more of a dark brown, but still some of that bronze is showing through. But it's kind of interesting. It's like the belt buckle's right here, but there's not really a belt because his shirt just kind of continues on. So that's one thing that's kind of funny. So you can see. On the pants, just brown pants. It's older Toy Biz, so it'll have sculpt on his legs and on the crotch area, but then on the ball joints, it'll just be all smooth. That's pretty common with these older Toy Biz figures, especially with like the Sentinel. Sentinel's got tons of detail, and on the ball joints, it's just smooth. And then coming down to the boots area, it's just more of that burgundy, dark, with some black spray on there to kind of give it some more depth on the tops here and on the tops here of the feet. Very cool. Alright, so we're going to go show you guys how the helmet comes on. So basically you just kind of match it up with those tabs. You just kind of maneuver it on in there. So, but it fits nice. You can see his eyes right there through it. Oops, whoa. Sorry guys, I did not mean to do that. But you can see the eyes right on through there. It looks very cool. You can kind of rotate it as you please, to get it matching with his nose. But it fits him really well. There will be some gappage in the back. That's just part of the flaw. It's going to happen, but you can get it usually pressed in there pretty good and match up pretty well in the front at least, so you don't see it too much in the back. But not too bad. So, all right, so we're going to go over the articulation. Trying to think here. Whoops, sorry. So we'll do it without the helmet first, so you can just see the head articulations. You can rotate it left and right. Problem is, if you did that, you know, you'd have to make the helmet go, which is not gonna, but I mean, you can definitely do it. It's just not gonna sit completely flush. So you can go left and right. You can do not so much, you can do down, but not so much up. All right, I'm gonna put this back on. He's got ball joints in the shoulders. They move out. And he also has this armpit joint, which looks like a growth when it's extended, but you can kind of see it goes down. He's got the old school armpit joint. He's got ball joints in the shoulder, so you go out, forward and back. He's got an upper bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. So you go forward and up, not quite 90 degrees. Does not have rotation at the forearm or anything, or at the wrist, but he's got a hinge at the wrist. He's got thumb articulation. Well, yeah, just slides back and forth. And he does have a pointer finger that moves down, and then the other three follow suit. So you can almost get a full fist. Kind of. It's kind of a flat fist. The ab crunch, he does not have one. He rotates, but he also kind of like slides side to side. It does this with some of the old Hulk classic Hulks. They slide side to side, and he can go forward, but it makes this weird little. So that's kind of odd. I tend to try to just keep him standing straight up. He's got ball joints in the legs that kick forward about that much. And you can also do the splits with these ball joints. Got upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. Whoops, sorry. Double jointed knees. No boot. Oh yeah, he's got boot rotation, just right underneath the boot line. His ankles move up and they move down. He does have the old school ankle rocker there. He does have the toe articulation and pedals above his feet. All right, I'll show you guys how tall Juggernaut is. Alright guys, so Juggernaut stands. Mine's starting to get a little loose in the ankles. It's kind of struggling standing straight up. Just a little over about 7.5 inches tall. So he's a big chunky figure. He's pretty solid and heavy too. But here he is next to the Hasbro Build-A-Figure, so you can kind of get the height comparisons. You can definitely see the Hasbro Build-A-Figure is taller. My camera is just not gonna. Let's see if I can get it to arch up a little bit. All right, so I'll show you guys just kind of the height difference. So the Hasbro one stands right around 8.5 inches. So he's about an inch taller. And then here he is next to the old X-Men Classics, like robotic looking Juggernaut. So you can kind of see he's a little bit taller than that one. So this one's definitely the smallest one out of the three. And there he goes. Just he is heavy. So these ankles have kind of became loose. So you can kind of see I have to kind of usually bend his knee to get him to kind of stand right, but then it makes his arms kind of bulk out. But I definitely like the Hasbro one more. This one does have a lot more paint applications and like paint detailing. That's definitely a for sure. And it's cool to have. I still like the Toy Biz figures are still very sentimental to me. So I will always still purchase them when I can, and I still enjoy having them. So I won't, that's just my opinion. But it's a very cool Juggernaut, especially for the time it came out for Series 6. But yeah, and there you go, guys. That's my review on Series 6 Juggernaut. Hope you guys liked it, my redo review. Please leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't. All right, guys, take care. Bye.